If you ever find yourself in a land full of coffee, durian, sunsets, and elephants, then congratulations! You, my friend, are in the Vietnamese Central Highlands. The first thing you notice when you set foot onto this land is the cool, dry climate. The breeze is just a bit chilly in the morning and so refreshing in the evening. The wind blows over a land that is blessed with this rich, dark, fertile soil, the mother of such luscious greenery, home to wildlife that is just a bit buffer, a bit larger than life. Gazing at the blue skies and fluffy clouds over the rolling hills also make you feel larger than life. Honestly, I don't even know if I've ever seen clouds this impressive before. And if you like chasing sunsets, then boy are you in for a treat here in the Central Highlands, because they do not disappoint. I genuinely looked forward to sunset every evening here just to watch the sun disappear slowly over the horizon, turning red and setting the sky ablaze with splashes of orange and magenta before dusk finally sets in, marking the end of yet another day. One thing about the Vietnamese is that we love our rice noodles. Tender, flavorful, and chewy. We would have it for all 3 meals a day if we could, really. A distinctive feature of the noodles in the Central Vietnamese region is that they are much thicker and rounder than the ones you'll find in other regions. The cuisine here is simple yet flavorful and highlights the fresh local ingredients, herbs, and spices. The fertile basalt land here, combined with an abundance of rainfall, means that there is never a shortage of fresh, flavorful vegetables that really pack a punch. And here we have yet another variation of rice. We have steamed rice paper, and on the inside we will add some charred pork, some vegetables like grated green mango, some herb, and we dip it in yet another variation of shrimp paste and enjoy it like that. This next dish here is one of a kind, and I don't think I've seen anything quite like it in the other regions of the country. It's called pig trotters noodles, and you'll soon see why it's been given that name. The broth is very flavorful, the noodles super chewy, and the meat is very tender. And this is an experience enough for a lifetime. And now may I present to you the king of fruits, the durian. Although I've had durian pie and durian ice cream, in my 25 years of living, I had never actually built up the guts to trying fresh durian, the final boss of the durian ladder, if you will. But there was something about this teeny weeny durian that was really calling my name. I feel like I've earned a little bit more of my Vietnamese-ness through this act of eating the durian, but do not be fooled, for this is the actual size of an average durian fruit, weighing in at a whopping 10 pounds apiece. Prickly on the outside, yet soft and buttery on the inside. A local delicacy, perfect for the curious at heart, with a very distinct aroma, also for the curious at heart. You won't find durian elsewhere as fresh and as flavorful as the ones here in the Central Highlands. The durians here are ripe and in season during the summer between the months of May to August, so if you come around that time of the year, this is something that I highly recommend that you should try. As you can see, the fertile basalt land here is the reason why we have such flavorful vegetables, flavorful crops, durian, and also coffee, one of Vietnam's best agricultural commodities. The coffee here really is in its own league, and whether you're an occasional coffee enjoyer or a coffee fanatic, there is something here for everyone.
Nếu em hay làm bánh thì nên mua cà phê.
And if you really want to geek out about coffee, there is even a world coffee museum that dates coffee back all the way from the Ottoman Empire up to the present, and all the different trinkets and machinery, the tools and grinders that have been used throughout the ages so that each and every civilization could enjoy coffee to its fullest. So yes, if you're looking for a culinary experience, the Central Highlands have got you covered. From breakfast, lunch, dinner, to snacks and desserts and fruits in between, and did I mention coffee? And the binding, the glue that holds everything here together has to be the people. The Central Highlands is home to several indigenous tribes coexisting together, some who live in their own villages while others have moved to the city to make a living. The impressive part is that a big chunk of these indigenous tribes are actually not from here locally. They've actually migrated down from up north a whole 1,000 miles on foot after the war ended in 75 to find land where there's better climate that's more conducive to agriculture and growing crops to sustain everyone, to escape the bone-chilling winter that we have here up in the northern Vietnamese mountain ranges. And the Central Highlands was the perfect spot now that the southern half of the country had become open territory. Yet despite the distances they've traveled, they've still pretty much held their cultural values intact. And one of the most surprising ones that I learned about this time around was that a lot of these communities, a lot of these ethnic minority groups still operate off of a matriarchal system of values. So the female will make all the main decisions in the house. When it's time for marriage, the bride will ask for the hand of the groom, and then the groom will come with the wife back to her family and live together like that. Some people in these ethnic groups, especially those from the older generation, will probably only speak their ethnic language, while there are others, or the younger generation will also speak our national language, which is the regular Vietnamese that you've heard of. One thing I've noticed that all of these tribes share though is actually their sense of community and of all the different generations that live amongst one another and take care of one another and share wisdom with one another is something I think is perhaps kind of missing in modern society now these days. Across the board, these people are a proud people. They're proud of their cultural values, they're proud of the work that they do. They are proud, humble, and kind. And there you have it. That is your Vietnamese Central Highlands starter pack. The sunsets here are like no other. The coffee is top tier. The cultural heritage runs deep. I know I, for one, will definitely be coming back here in the future with my local friends, especially if I have friends coming in from abroad. How this region has flown under my radar for all these years, I could not tell you. But one thing's for sure, the Central Highlands have become one of my favorite places to be in Vietnam. So many local delicacies to try, sights to behold, and culture to immerse in. It truly is a feast for the senses.
Quá hay.
Cảm ơn